Yes, people, my name is Fearon, aka Dia Warrior, and this is another episode of Dia Warrior Music History. And this one is part 9. And in this one, we're going to feature my father, which is Jah D Fearon. You understand? Dennis Fearon, aka Jah D. You understand? So, Jah D now is like big part of our music in Jamaica, big part of the reggae music, you understand, big part even in cause my father is a piano tuner, you know? So back in the days like Studio One and a lot of the, even Top Gun, a lot of the music studio, my father used to tune the piano, At even one point my father was telling me that before tuner, he used to tune like Robbie Shakespeare bass guitar, A lot of them guitar and all those things, you have to tune it to the keyboard. You understand? So I want to show the people them about my father. And first, let him tell you now about his beginning and how it all started for him in the music. Check out Dennis Fearon, aka Jah D.
I know the whole world, would like to know, about Jah D. How the whole name come about, how the whole musical journey started, this is what Grand Spend, and I think we've been in Grand Spend for a good while, doing the music thing and thinking of how the music come about for you and where you there?
Well, I don't know, so everything starts from somewhere and greetings, Yeah, man, everything starts from youth days, blowing out organ and coming through and, moving and see you want to reach some higher heights in the music. But not knowing that one day you're going to lose your mouth organ, and lose my mouth organ in a work river. And from them time they know my side say, well, losing the thing that work river, it must be not work, So I say, well, I reach to the finger organ, so we start to learn, get down Orange Street by my mother, and she take me to places where I can learn to fix the piano, and the man say, if I can fix, I can learn to play. So I say, well, if I can play, then I fix, I must can play. So generally, it started where we eventually now start to move towards the piano and coming on till one day a man say, well, I can play. I mean, in the studio now, Brandy's and them Federal studio and all them recording studio, I'm coming through with people boys and a couple of them guys then. We eventually started,
Slow down.
We eventually start out now with band, and we like band like Marriage Team, Invincible, and reach have a one like a group then we will form like Splendors and Control already through. But we come to a long way until we start more studio work again. So we end up back in a Cox's studio again. From the first time is right, so we start still the mouth organ and we end up back in there so at certain age around 16, 18 so. And from them time it's just another journey because you're out for find yourself. You find yourself amongst all great musicians them now, who you and them can exercise other things. So with them among soul defenders and soul vendors, different groups. And from Coxsone we move on to Joe Gibbs and still there Coxsone and start the, what you call it now, what them call it, freelance musician.
So hold on. when you talk about the band,
Yeah.
when you was playing into the band, you was recording in the studio at the same time.
Yeah, man, because it was a task, you know, because you have to go rehearsal and you have to go studio. So sometimes you eventually end up not have no rest. You know, you have to drink enough carrot juice to keep up. You know, and all them things that really just maintain your music style, you know. Yeah, but that thing, and you know, we eventually start playing for a lot of the singers, them Reggae High, Dennis Brown, Culture, name a few. You know, a whole lot of them is just we are the musician, because sometimes it's this long line of man and it's you have to play for the whole of them. You're the first musician, everybody have come work out as a piano man. You are work out the tune them for them and then pass on the ideas to the rest of the musicians them and you know, as studio musician. So we come to that great vibes, you know? Yeah, great vibes.
So how has the music changed from then to now?
Well, as we say now, the music, when we look on the music now, is the youth them now really create something, because the youth them today come with the idea through technology.
Yeah.
You know, technology give them Fruity Loops and all quality something where them can loop certain things and go and like them play.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So them never get our experience to make music the way how we used to do it in the studio. Might be if them get the experience them wouldn't really loop the way how them a loop.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But it's just an easy thing and it work out now that it seems like them get some type of encouragement from people, because music a war, you know.
Yeah.
Might be all the American people, them and them English people and all of them who for the music can come from top. Try to kill our music with them type of equipment there, you know.
Yeah.
And the Japanese and all of them. But eventually our things still come from top same way, no matter how them change it. Mm-hmm. But the difference is just a music that where them call dance or what them want to call it. Mm-hmm. But our music still stand because reggae are the force where, you know, yeah, them have to still reckon to today, you know. Yeah. So them still can't kill the reggae because many man try to stroke it, them try to do all different kind of things with it and can't. So I would say well it changed, but I see for reggae stand predominant among the change in same way, you know. Yeah, because it have a message within it, you know. Mm-hmm.
Yes, people. And you know that as a musician, you know, sometimes people don't understand the passion and, you know, how people really excited and how people love music is like a big part of our life, you know. So as a creator, like even my father, you find out say we put so much our attention, our energy into the creation of music, where sometimes, or a lot most time, the business part of the music get neglected. The money part of the music, you understand, get neglected because we're so much into the creativity, you understand, and so want to explore the creative side of things to create this new thing, you know, every time. So my father is a creator. It's just now, you know, we just have to say, alright, you see for 2022 we have to start, get with business together and deal with business, with music business, because we spend enough years, you know, pouring out our talent in the music, our, you know, the positive vibration that the Almighty bless us with, you know. So, you my father talk about the business.
Yeah, man.
So what about the business of music? You did see that within your going through, you get involved in the business of the music?
No, well it's that no, because it's true we love the music so much, we just play it. Yeah. And we glad to even say a black man say man go do a little business to help him to make a thing work. Because this thing as we the band come to the music, never did know say that thing where a man could use and make a money.
Yeah.
You know? Because whole of a man goes to dig down here and make whole of a yammy land thing to make a money. Now a man I say nothing and cost to woman and make all the money to him, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah man. So business part I never really did trad in it because you have to in the studio.
Yeah.
and when it's done, sometimes it's just go home, you want to go home, you know?
Yeah.
And you just go home and rest again, forget our next call, for go back in the studio again. So when it comes to the business, we the musician, I figure more or less that is one of the things where we never did really take a stand to. Because as we say, we never did even know. Sometimes, you know, it's like planting a tree and never know say to that and get so big. You know? So I saw the music come, you never did even know say the thing would now just explode so. You know? So when the man would it really have the tapes and the whole of them something there. Them is the man now who claims that them represent the business. Because we never did have no tape, we don't go play the music. Sometimes we don't even know which tune we play because sometimes we go to studio 10 tune for the day, so much tune for the day, you don't remember the first one. You know what I deal with? So you don't even know, you just go through. Sometimes the man comes and says, Jah D, you play upon a tune there, you know. Never did even remember that. You know? So the business is most important today where I figure more or less we have to go take that stand, you know,
to get the business
together, you know. Yeah.
So you can list like some of the tunes them from like even Ras Michael and Culture and them type of man, Dennis Brown, Gregory Isaac, you know, from where
it's a few of them I can remember, like Gregory Isaac, Once Ago, Love Overdue. And I don't remember, Record Factory is a whole heap of them from Record Factory to for Gregory. Dennis Brown, Revolution, you know, and Promised Land, a whole heap of them. King, a whole heap of Dennis Brown, you know. A whole lot of Dennis Brown is we play them at Joe Gibbs, from Cox and Joe Gibbs, and Bonnie Gemini, plus me and Flabber World with Dennis Brown too, you know. So there's a plenty of them man that we play them tune, but as me I say, I don't remember one because our head, if you really remember the things them where you do, I make it put it on one head, like you don't want another head, one for remember things and one for do things. You know what I deal with? Because enough things you do. Yeah, man.
Yes, people. And as we there now, I tell you about Jah D, you understand? My father. We're getting a detail, you know, about some things with my father. We say different. You know, say when me explore like spirituality and I learn about God and them things. I always want to meet a guru, you know. Somebody who can probably, you know, guide me from a spiritual journey and explain certain things and, you know, a better outlook on life. And I tell you, say, when I look, all somebody I could find is my father. And my father is a very inspirational person. You understand? He's a father for nations because people call my father from all over the world because he's a father for everybody. You know, he look out for everybody. And that's when I get in with some of my tendency to care about people and, you know, and watch face card. Even some people in family turn them back on them and my father help them and take them in and, you know, set them on a right path. So as a man we do a lot of great things for people. And, you know, he's also a man who help people in the music tremendously, you know.
We want to talk about your music.
Yeah.
You know, your instrumentals and things. You know, what has the experience been so far with your instrumental?
Well, you know, over the years, you know, doing these things in the studio amongst them and them dance drum and scatter lights, the whole of them brother there, you get a whole lot of influence to really maintain instrumentally, you know. Or you can make instrumental. So hearing all these great musicians, rolling all fans, so and all of these brother man, and seeing Jackie Me too and listening to them, and stage you're playing all of these instrumental, you get a whole heap of influence. But the thing is it now, you know, you want to do your own thing.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
But sometimes now you have to say no, how we want to go about melodies. You know, guys, melodies. And thinking of melodies, you have to say, well, gee, I have to have these lullabies, the starts now of creation. And you want to do something where you don't want to repeat yourself over and over and do things where the world ever hear before, because this is what I really intend for the, when I say I want to maintain instrumental. And believe you me, I find that it still take that divinity. You remember we talked about divinity, still take that divinity now for you gather inspiration. Yeah. So I see where as a Rasta man I don't have no other entity but His Majesty. And I say His Majesty just fill me up and teach me for the things like you're the face. Because it's like you have to put identify, you see the music. So I beg the Most High if a teacher I like how you make face. And believe me, I start to make melodies and I try to record them on cassette to maintain them, because I don't really write music to the level where I can just go write it. So my recording source was just a cassette. So I record all my little ideas them on cassette and on cassette and on cassette until I see where I can able now to start to record them instrumentally.
About what time are you talking when you say recording on cassette? What year?
Well, from the 80s, early 80s, 70s, 80s. I have music from them time they record,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the earlys where the cassette just a come out where I get popular.
Yeah.
But they use it now, them like a Panasonic tape, they do a little thing until we see a double deck one day, until we see a flat deck, a tiak. Because in the studio you may see one of them tape one at a time, and before it come on the road now, before we can have one in our hand, is Bermuda made it go in the 70s and bring back one of them like a tape there. And keep on recording on it from capture with little ideas there.
As you talk about tape, you used to use 8-track tape too?
Yeah man, we use from 2-track, 4-track.
8-track, the one that you push with the big tape, something look like a DVD.
No, them tape they come now on the, what you call it, the I8, no I8,
like something look like DVD. 8-track, they call it 8-track. I think it's 8-track. Before cassette.
Yeah, but them come like another thing named Hear That. Hear that, Yeah, where you're pushing them, three of them in a...
No, not the one there. 8-track, like the... Look like video tape.
Yeah, VHS.
Not the one in record, I thought the big, like as I you remember, the big tape with the changer on it and it have an 8-track. We're pushing the tape.
Yeah, we never generally use the one there records.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
We never use the one there. Oh, that same one you're pushing. No, we never use the one there.
They don't sell music on that.
Sell music on the one there. Yeah.
A format there.
Yeah. But the one with video tape, them start to make Hear That now.
Okay.
Video tape, and you could push in a video tape and Hear That now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we say a cassette come with a 8-track cassette too. So we could record 8-track on a cassette too. So all these things is some development, but the 2-track and the 8-track reel to reel and the 16-track, all them tape. Because I can't remember when you record on 2-track is one cut. Right? You start from 4-track tape. So you leave a 1-track for the singer. And 3-track now, like, is every musician have to play one time. So them taking all the musicians them one time on them 3-track.
Okay.
Yeah man, and it's the same procedure you have to go through by recording.
Okay, I got you that. Yes, so Jah D.
Yeah.
Tell me about the changes in the music, like from ska to rock steady to, them different type of things, music.
Yeah. Well, ska was the first entity where we used to shuffle and rock steady.
So, hold on. It's a ska.
Yeah.
So, when you started to play music, like in band and in studio, you started to play what type of music first?
Well, I come great in the rock steady reggae. That switch over there, The rock steady reggae,
So it was rock steady before it was reggae?
Yeah. the Rocksteady did really strong, you know, before the reggae started to move, because this when Larry Marshall and them man they come in Nanny Goat and couple of that tune where they have that scary them, that shuffle there, you know. Yeah. You find that the reggae did really start to move up, you know.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. So that changes then now is a big changes because I never did experience much. I did the Rocksteady deeply.
Yeah.
Because I did have to learn trade, fix piano and them time there. But I come to the ska, you know, and I got to trade and I come a little bit on the end of the Rocksteady to the reggae, you know.
Okay.
So it's that's how we start our whole era, you know.
Yes, people. And you know, say, my father, Dennis Fearon, I have 8 of them, you understand? And my father is not like, you know, like enough of the father them say, neglect them kids and them something. No. My father make a lot of sacrifice, you understand, for be there for his family. Because my father used to tour with culture and Ras Michael and the Sons of Negus and meditation and a lot of groups out there, you understand, all over the world, very busy. And my father decides, you know what, I'm not leave Jamaica anymore and leave him youth them and, you know, go out them and just try to, you know, you call it survive in Jamaica and take care of family. My father tear up his passport, tear up that, and up to this day my father have a passport. Up to this day, I help we get him to take out a passport. I know him want identification. I know him not do it. So my father made great sacrifice to keep him family together and dead for him youth. And there's one story about my father where always stand out to me, and it made me love my father on a whole different level. That's something I see when we're in a country, like in the 80s when grandson we come from, and grandson around hot and people are dead and enough gunshot and everything, and my father tell my mother say, yo, they carry youth and go a country, and you know, we have a more balanced environment right now because grandson around hot, place rough, people are dead and type of something. I remember me there a country, and one evening I see my father come with a box of food on his head, and in a country, like nowadays with so much transport around, there's 3 buses, Beverly or Doreen or one next bus, you understand? If you miss the bus there, that's it, you have to know, say you have to go walk. I know, say my father walk probably one good 9 miles for come much power there. And when I see my father in the evening, the man wet from head to foot, like him there walking in the rain. How far I walk with a box of food for his family. And I see that as a little youth, and I never ever forget that. Never ever, that is something sticking in my mind forever when it comes to my father. When I see my father make that track there, and him really put out to be there for his family. You know, I have to give him respect. And I wish a lot of fathers that take, you know, even a little page out of his book for set certain example for them youth and for be there for them youth same way. And I feel some emulate my father a lot same way, because I try to follow him have 8 youth, we make sure we get 8 too. You understand that? We are trying, you know, emulate him as much as we can, because him set a good example and we can see how things work out, you know. Even the youth, them and all of them are going to be there for you, and all of them are going to be around you, and all of them are going to support you. You know, so somebody telling that you know how they're going to end up at the end of the day. But you have to bring the youth them to come. Father say must be fruitful and multiply. If you can take care of them, you know, carry the youth them, build up your little team and build up yourself, you know. Yeah,
Yeah.
our beginning when I buy all my little mouth organ as well. Me meet one virgin on and just spend lane, you know, named Fearon Nelson.
Yeah.
And him hear me play my mouth organ, you know. And him say, well, some used to, through them time that them have a concert all around. Because the only place where they used to have a little theater.
Yeah.
In a wacky pen, you know. Where you have players, enough players. You know, go on.
Well, you take up 10 times and come back down and go boy, tell them walk with
yeah, enough players and go on. So eventually, you know, for the one, me there and play my mouth organ and a couple of them play there. For the hear me, and then me and him start play, you know, play a Danjo Man tune.
Yeah.
And we play a Danjo Man tune on my mouth organ. You know. Anytime them around 15, you know, year old, so, you know?
Yeah.
Because I play my mouth organ from them time. And eventually, we end up in a Coxon studio whole Danjo Man music sheet film.
Yeah.
You know, that me I say, boy, look there. I love this one of music so much.
Yeah.
You know what I deal with?
Yeah.
That me can't back up with your mother. I'll hand up. I hold the music sheet film. You know?
Yeah.
But you know, cause I through like Chinatown, cause them man me see them tune them make, you know.
Yeah.
So just through them type of thing there. Me able to love ska music because I play my mouth organ from them time there.
Yeah.
And me love ska music so much. That me my mouth organ last in a Hope River now because me have further start go check one virgin named Powell where one sound way over Constitution Hill.
Yeah.
And when me had come back from Constitution Hill, me could even tell my mother I wish part me go, you know.
Yeah.
Because she was say, boy, we need gone so far.
Yeah.
We jump over one stone in a Hope River. And my mouth organ drop in the water.
Yeah.
So she see me sit down in the yard, you know.
No.
What happened to me?
Yeah.
So I tell her, I say, boy, I want to learn to play the finger organ. So I tell her, I say, my mouth organ last because she go say, wait, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to make you know, so eventually, but my mouth organ last in a Hope River. And me always I tell her once, say, boy, I see me have a hope in a music because my mouth organ last in a Hope River. You know what I deal. So, and a friend told me, came up in a Coxon. I mean, leave as you go learn to fix the piano, learn to play it, and come back in a Coxon when Jack me to leave. Yeah. And I me come fill the film gap with Soul Defenders and Maggie and Privy and Ricka Back and all of these man and Basie from Linstead there.
So where you meet Bob Marley?
Well, Bob Marley reader and you know, palm reader, you know.
Bob Marley?
Bob Marley, a palm reader, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah, with them one who hold all the hand and tell you how your live stream and see all that. Yeah, man. So you know Bob Marley.
So what Bob Marley say?
But you don't know, say, well, I'm just tell you, so, well, because when you see all the hem in my hand, look there. Yeah. I must say, boy, you're rich. Yeah. And you know, I meet Bob Marley them long time, you know, because we are town man, you know, we are learn through downtown. And we see the whole of these one them. Because Coxon did the right up a decent street, Charles Street, so them time there. Before him go up Brentford Road, you know? Yeah. And we see all of them man, the musician them, because
like family man and
no, them time them family man them. I meet Bob before all family man them, you know. Yeah. You see, because we are youth. When we are youth, I learn trade. Yeah. You see what I did? Then time no wheelers no farm yet, you know, scatter lights around things, you know.
Yeah.
You see what I did? Yeah. Scatter lights. So we did love and we love dance.
Yeah.
So Bob Marley was one of the man who was sing Simmer Down and them tune down there. Like, hear this vibes and we are going to find the same virgin where read my palm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You see? Yeah. So, through me I move around all of the musicians, them Tony Brevet and the whole of the man, them, you know, we are going to find out. So, we start learning trade now. When the piano, me get to learn, see how them play the ska business in that cock. Me say, I'm going to learn to fix the piano. Learn to play the piano. So them came down and play some Orange Street. So when you down at this place, at this piano shop down Orange Street, show at them. shop. Fix organ, piano, key. Them it name the Cosmopolitan. So it's a plenty things them fix. But in them time, you know, you have all of the musicians them come there, so come lurks out. You know? Later you have tips to that record shop in front over the road there, so Bunny Lee down at the corner there, so you know? Is that Orange Street was a music street. You know? Prince Buster out there, so up the step you have one next brethren. I forgot what them name, but you know, the whole of them people are there right there. So, but inside of the shop now, you have all different kind of piano man coming to the shop come play. Joe Mears, you have Big Ed Miller, you have Frankie Bonito. Cause for me, you know the whole of them man there, you know. And me grow with them until me start tune piano for Frankie Bonito in a Sheraton and them places there. You see, but him was an him have an issue with but the whole of them, I hear them play, a man come there with Shearing style, man come there with Brubeck style, man come there with Fat Walla, you know. Me I try learn the piano, you know, but me have so much different mood and music when me there I listen to at the time as I used to in the piano shop. Until Easy Snapping step in one day. I say, yeah, the sound there, man. You see me, I did so Easy Snapping was the man who me and him become so. You see me, got film style. We want to learn to play more than anything, kind of this and the you know, vibes, and the vibes there. You know, so now Easy Snapping become bridging. Until I Easy Snapping camera go, me and Easy Snapping start record now, you know. Me and him start go studio. You see? So all of them things there.
When you mean by him start record, you play for him or you just
him start record for GG record.
And you just follow him go?
And him say want me to come with him because me I come play the organ.
Oh, you play the organ?
Yeah. You know, so
you mean the Easy side is someone say Easy Snapping? Easy Snapping.
Him sing that.
So that's why him get the name.
That's why they call him Easy Snapping.
So that's like him it song?
It song that.
In them time. That's before the Wailers them.
Yeah, man, because the Wailers them ska did a one, but it's ska never did a boogie. Ska snapping them was the instrumentalist man them. You see, so them in the instrumental, so Danjo man and ska was Scatterlights. That thing them play was the it at them time then. So them back man at them time they and the whole Jackie Hopel and them will all play for one bridging up a Babacan and Jah them. For them set of music them too. So I guess for me learn for Betty in a Cox studio through Jah them and Freddie Nelson and
Easy
Snapping.
Easy Snapping the boat still?
Kill him down souls. Very much is still a little. But them, you know, most of them musicians they well them bad, you know, but them dead for them rights. Most man kill them because I'm about next door neighbor throw rubbish over and you know, see it happen just for daily. You know? So but as we are saying, you know, we see how the music build and them never did even know say even ska that will take so much of a grade. You know, until when them order the Scatterlights request them to come out.
England?
No, Madison Square Garden. You know? So when you look now, that's how you find say the discrimination big. That's why our discrimination is bigger than South Africa. You know? You see it? Because if you smoke or weed, it's worse, you know? You know? So them say you can't make them go to Madison Square Garden. I was saying Byron Lee. One little play scare them time, they never authentic because them make the music. You see me I deal and when them saying Byron Lee, them bull them in a Madison Square Garden. You see, so you know, so when them man they come back now, it's a revenge, them start take. Even the Scatterlights them and the musician them who come out of that era there. You see me I deal with them. If you can't, them start pay all a man for coming at them group. This way I deal with.
So take the man out of
Scatterlight, just mash up all the man. So left us stirred they go over there. I might be angry man live out of the whole of the thing right now too. You know? Because the rest of man them so you know know, them never really about a certain thing.
Yeah,
you
so
know,
now go low it.
Yeah, then low it. So when they look, Cox never did have the, like, you know, like when they know say, you never know say a thing will get so big.
Yeah.
You know, so a man just get a little money, but we never did have that economical balance if you know say, well, your condition, live your position that you can be able to grow with the development. You see me I deal because me say if me never live my condition and my position me inner. Because me used to poorness and poverty that them things they become natural lesson.
Yeah, no worry about it.
No worry about it because they there.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so for come out of it, I just you have to learn how to grow tight like you're a tree in a rubbish heap.
Yeah.
You see me I deal with so you use them things that make money around grow.
Yeah.
You see me I deal with.
Yeah.
So you have to learn how to really use the science of living and come up, but a whole man couldn't do that. You see me I deal with. But me come learn from them for them failure. Because I mean I feel for us to learn that we must not fail, you know. You see me I deal with. So all of them something that we come learn from for them failure. And she said, I want a whole heap of thing really to develop a people and a black man and a thing. So in the development of the music, we find said you have musician who could create music, get the most fight. When you're a player, you know, you're a slave, you're a music slave, you know. It's when you're a music creator, you become so unique that everybody curse you and I say, you gone like a you and can't do that. You gone like a, and them can't do it, you know, because music creator, them born. People who born, like how me no go on music school and you see me I deal with. We born to play music. You see me I deal with.
Someone I said me a music.
Yeah,
we are music.
We just play music.
We are music itself.
Yeah. So we go through this thing and when a man see your talent and your how you do things. Them I wonder how you do things so easy and you make things look so easy and you make the thing work. All when them can't make it work. Because Eric Donaldson, you know, Eric Donaldson was an easy singer for you know. And enough Eric Donaldson we play, you know. You see me I deal with me there, and me one day me my phone ring. I mean, Mike Carroll called me say, boy, if you say music play for Eric, them have some tune on them can't manage it. So if I come and I'm going to go play them and get all the money and you know. So some musician, no matter how them great in a music, you know, them still can't fathom even some man heights where them inner. So, and to play for all a singer were unique because you have when we have all a whole team of man to play for. And we reach a Joe Gibbs studio and we make the whole of Joe Gibbs music. You see, I'm here at style them I say them have about 50 drums for the band and I say what's right in that to them have the band. Man, you can hear a little drum from Bob and drum roll same way because they don't move it. Because the technology never did that. But you can roll and come in and go on. You know? And you can get all of them things there. And you hear a little drum and them get all of the credit for all the work them where we do. And all of them something there and hear a whole man, big up a whole man and them never know say how we make the work. Dean Fraser and all of them when we make the rhythm them come play them now them make the rhythm and when you listen to them not have that authentic feel there. You know? So them push me one side, you know what I mean? Yeah, because I'm in a studio. I'm hire them man there. And the engineer I mix my tune, I make the sound tune with Larry Marshall. And the engineer I mix the tune. And I say engineer, I'm not hear my piano. I said, this is to draw down the piano there. He said, man, I way I talk. So man, I've pay the man to come play the hands for the tune and I tell you how to mix my tune. So all of them something there, you know them little things that have so much failure in our own music. So when the music reaches stage where it reach now, me realize that the whole system mindset where the man them never did put around it. At good mind because them all exercise more bad mind more than good mind. Everything here bad mind. When you cause bad mind, and your own mind you cause mash up everything because your mind are the greatest part of you where you build the world. And when you cause it, you don't have nothing to build. So right today them now have no good mind and do nothing with. You see me I deal with. So we not get where we get or reach where we reach. You know? But this is the whole thing.
And I say, I see the whole thing how it go, I thank most I for with it.
Yeah,
because if we never learn to save ourselves and love the eye and the most eye, we tell ourselves man, we suffer the consequence. Yeah, we suffer it.
No, we can make it better,
make it better.
In 2021.
Yeah man, we'll make it better because right now, now my first album, I go highlight now, you see, and look on scam. Authentic Jamaican music that, you see, and them musicians can't play it. Them not that because ska is a composition, is an invention. You know what I deal with? It's authentic. It's higher than jazz. You know what I deal with? Because you can't, people don't see people dance jazz, you know.
Yeah.
But listen man, drop leg in a ska, you know.
Yeah,
you see what I deal with?
Yeah.
So ska is an authentic Jamaican music and we see it much of England and the world. And we come back right on Jimmy Cliff and all of them man, they got tour with ska, you know, and come back. Look at Eric Monty Morris, me believe say all the bridging there would I get big highlight, you know. Eric Monty Morris and Buster. Big part and Derek Morgan in a Jamaican music. To develop the thing, you know. And no, not even government not see them. You know, government them not see them as a pioneer in the business. And foundation. Them not talk about it. You go to the school and
but no foundation, no people do the foundation, them not getting no props because if you look on it, even me. Cause you talk about your era with the ska and the rock steady and all them something, but me know when dancehall music just start. I want big part of it. Me know from Punani just start play from radio. And when Gigi come in, them they're the first set of dancehall rhythm, dancehall what we know today. That's where it come from. So that's my era. And I'm me and the man who I go out there with as the artist them boss. The first time Bounty Killer travel, I'm me and him. I go out there. So the whole of them dancehall artists, they're me and them. I go out there, so the whole of this thing, them all over the world, ladies saw the whole of them. And nobody no know history. Nobody no see it and recognize it.
Them never categorize the thing, them take things and put on other things. Them not categorize them. You know? Because if dancehall come in a category, ska in a category, reggae in a category, rocksteady in a category, mental in a category. Because we have so much different music form, you know. You see what I mean? Where we have
mix up the whole of them like one thing.
Mix up the whole of them like one thing. Them not categorize them and show your era these music and say these music. We can still make money out of them. It's still a music form where Jamaica enough to put on. Because them authentic. Today the youth them can't play music, you know.
I Fruity Loop them.
Because them fool them with Fruity Loops and all for little something.
Many
and
know
them
about
music. Like you play draft and then touch it and it sound good, and touch the next thing again and draft and next thing like you change gear and eventually them not learn nothing because them come on run a back and watch me, you know. And say, and when I work out actually, and when them see me bang my piano and put in a bass line and set up my drum and thing, them I say, but Jah D, me not going to reach this.
Let's get more.
Because them see that.
You have to play it, you have to learn it.
You have to learn it. You see me I deal it. You have to learn it. Because we hold it for them learn. And we steal them learn from them. And we name them. We hold it for music, engineer. The engineer them when you sit on music. Producer. And we them learn from and we them see come in a studio with a keyboard and a drum machine. And them see how easy with the things and them eventually come big and go and like say I know we do nothing. You know? And start beat them chest like Nebuchadnezzar. All of them still like grass right now. None of them don't do nothing because we are gonna make scam music come take over back the system. Because them thing never happen, you know.
Everybody have its space.
It have its space here,
I just want to energize it.
Because looking at France, the man them say they have around nearly 1,000 scam band. And in Jamaica you don't have one. You know? You see, so you know, have no authentic music categorized. Them not categorize music them and make. If you have all that shit, look at all them reggae sound splash on them. You can have a reggae segment, a dancehall segment, a ska segment, a rocksteady segment, a mental segment, and make the people them hear the authentic form of the festival of music. You know what I mean? Because even festival music and that. You know, see them try to work out festival music for sound, you know.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And them try to move it to dance.
Yeah.
And I say then, okay, we're going for the festival then. Because when Stanley and them man there and Eric Donald snap. You see them, I try to select a system and pay over $2 million to make a festival. Imagine that.
Yeah.
And we do it for nothing.
Yeah.
And don't get nothing.
Yeah.
And them and the tune of them men couldn't play.
Yeah.
Them have to drive off for chereo baby.
Yeah.
Pick the festival and make the people them feel good.
Yeah.
None of the man after I said why them thing are big rip off in the system. You know? So we show you the music business. I'm one of the service business, man.
Yeah.
You know? As we say, we can't make them because we used to poverty and got them none more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We used to not have nothing.
Yeah.
And we still live without it and some while.
Yeah.
And and we not thief.
Yeah.
And we not sell no weed.
Yeah.
And we not sell no drugs.
Yeah.
And we not tell no lie.
Yeah.
And we not call the whole
That tell before. In children and best friend and go by the way.
Set you up over them.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Save your man.
Save your man. Most I save you over them. All of them, man.
Yeah, man.
You know. Yeah, man, me used to do all of them, man. Miss Pattinja.
Yeah.
Me do all that tune for Miss Pattinja, you know.
Yeah.
One man, I go down and go tune the piano. And Miss Pattinja. And the Herald. Say, you know, Jah D, engineer near Herald, you know, Thompson, I believe. Herald, I don't remember when. But Herald is name. And he said, Jah D, you dub on a piano on that tune. So, I dub on the piano. And say, you play a instrumental band at Bob Marley.
Yeah, my father help a lot of people, you know, and you know say my father know where a lot of the artists them first song, just like you see me do Josh's first song, see me and record it and put it out there. I see my father like even Gregory Isaac and you know quote the melody and Gully Bop and you know even keep it and me my father talk about one at a time. Not for the big you know Eddie Fitzroy, you know, Princess Black. You know, a lot of the artists that my father do them first song or them first set of song. Because him always dead up on the foundation where him not pressure people just for money and him want to see people reach place and, you know, help people. You know, help other people with their music and always there I try to make the artists them to start. And my father still do that up to this day. Sometimes by the time I wake up, him done a film studio that make music long time. We are busy all the time. You know, my father, him though, not an easy road with Bojo Banton, the Love Overdue with Gregory Isaac, the Foundation, you understand, with Dennis Brown. Him have a big catalog of music. Father do a lot of music, play like 10 songs a day. So there's so much song and so much work with me I forgot to do. We kind of track down them things there so we can set film business straight same way. Because, you know, as I say, we're into the passion of music so much where we neglect the business and we know come a time we have to really take out the business and deal with it and sort out that. Yeah, man.
Traps in him, not around us anymore right now. But we sit down eating a chalice, you know. Yeah, we say we're going to eat a chalice, you know.
You know what a chalice is?
Yeah. So we're going to eat a chalice and big Jah jump set, you know. So I just like my chalice and say, Jah, you know that we need this drum set and we want to make some music. You see, so we want this drum set for me and my people, you know? Yeah. So we just light our chalice and burn it and on the way out on the road, I hear a car blowing, plop. So I said, come here. So when I go over and look, I get to find that I didn't never want to go, you know, because I was going so, you know, and the road so I said, sure, you know. So I said, alright. So I go. He said, come on, come. So I go inside of the car. And him said, I'll carry on so we give something, you know. I never did want to go, you know. But I said, alright. I go in and see it. And when I go and I'm home, it's a jump set right away, you know. So I go back and go show taxi, we get a jump set. You know? So what, right? So we say, yeah man, to join some prayer right away. Yeah. Yeah man, so from there, so you see, when I name Roddy Wilkins on a walk up in there, so yeah man. Yeah man. So you see, it's them way there. We want a bass guitar. And I inside a Ras Michael. It's like I don't live down 3 Mile. And Ras Michael live down there too, you know. But the morning I wake up and I say, what? I just turn on in the room. I spin, so I have a organ and I did a play the organ, you know, little organ. And my wife said, what am I this morning? So I said, well, I don't even know, you know. But the spirit just lead me around the Ras Michael home. You know? Yeah. And as I pushing gate, so it's a bass guitar, I sit on the ground. Yeah, so I said, take it up. And I said, hi Mike. And he said, who that? Jah D. And he said, yeah man. Yeah. You know? So I said, hi Mike. I said, a bass on the ground, and if I have it, you have it, you know. He said, yes Jah D, because the people them over full of water, and boop is a bass coming, you know. I better give me a whole piano. I'm gonna just give me a whole piano, and it's so it go, and we just get instruments. A brother come from California and just carrying amplifiers, you know. Yeah,
it's who will give shall receive.
Yeah, you see.
The things come to you. You don't have to beg for it.
You see, so just say seeking first, and all things shall be added. You know, so it's just that life we have to live.
Okay.
So you know.
Okay. It's done. Perfect.
Tell me about music. I mean, the music itself. He tunes pianos he tunes pianos, not for a living, he tunes pianos.
Yeah, I heard his music last night, the composition man, and first, oh wow, yeah, it was just, he knows how I felt, I mean, it was just...
So if you want to ask him anything about Mans, until now.
Okay.
So because in music we know about people like Don Jones, who is a hot trombone player, the best ever. Plays all the ska with the scatterlights and all that. He used to hold his music shit while he's blowing. So he's like right up front of the music.
Yeah.
So
can you do that? Just right out of the stand, talking about the history a little and about the transition.
Yeah, man.
That would be better.
Yeah.
You can ask.
Are you focused on it?
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah. I think basically people like to know how the music come, like musically, like from ska to rocksteady to reggae, and the people were basically involved and how them achieve them roots musically and all that.
Yeah. What I learned, right? From I was a youth coming up, I started to blow my mouth out, and I play amongst man like Dan Drummond, you know, playing ska and those type of music, you know. But I get to love the tendency, not knowing, just love it through music and want to play music, you know. But over the years coming up now, I start to I moving from the mouth organ to the finger organ. You know, so I tell my mother to help me to learn the finger organ. So during them time, the music started to change over from ska to rocksteady. You know, because I was a youth growing up, the music moving, I still get it, you know. But what I learn now is the way how the music come. You know, it come out of people playing, you know, because what we could only enjoy is just the music. So it's not a matter so we could enjoy a livelihood, you know, but the music was so much of a livelihood to us that it's just there, the whole pounding was. So the music changed again, you know, within the period, like, you find man now like Jackie Me Too, who was still amongst the Scatterlights, you know. Come with soul vendors and upsetters and
Kingston,
upsetters was further down still, you know. But was soul vendors and was good now, you know, coming through, you know, with Jackie Me Too. You find that Larry Marshall was man like with Nanny Goat, when bring forward the next era tune, where give the ska, the rocksteady and the ska different boosts again. Right up to the reggae music now, cause the music start ragga. So everybody start to the you know, you see, you see, there's the music now. So you find out Bob Marley and all them man, you know, did I sing all music like Simadong in them time, you see.
Which was ska.
Was ska.
Right.
You see,
Bob existed in the ska era,
you know. You see, cause the man that was my, you know, article, musical energy, you know. You see, cause the man that bring me on to world for energy, you know, the music, you know. Yeah man, and but you know, with all of a sudden now I get so involved in the keyboard that I start to be a man who I put in the music too. So I come more in the reggae era after the ska era, you know. I fall out of the rocksteady to learning and then come in the reggae era, you know. So I had to play in the rocksteady music and I play ska music, you see, Motard and then learn all I can learn through rocksteady and ska same time, and then come play now in the reggae era, you know. So them time that they're Coxon and all them man they play too.
Coxon Dad,
yeah man. I play.
That's one of the biggest. Producers of the olden days, all those upsetters and all that come through Coxon Dad.
Yeah man.
Them days music was cheap.
Yeah man.
Dirt cheap.
Yeah man. We played for 7 and 6 and 15 shilling, you know. Some little money, you know. This time, you know, it just the going, you know. Play music, because you love it, you know. All day music. Until you work out that music as a living, we play and we start nightclub business. And that is another thing again, we draw me to plenty of variation of song. That I play in a nightclub and pray. Because I get to say that it's not this I want to do, because I really have a creative force, you know. So you see, you know, I live out of them era there. And I still hide out, like from the bigger upliftment of the business, because I couldn't say stick amongst Bob, go amongst plenty of them man there, forget more boosts, but I still hide out just try to study my music, get my music over, because I get to find say even Bob himself fall in love with my music. You see, and him have his music. Because Bob said I use my music as a soul. You see? So him have that, you know, as a music where him hear, you know. So I never get to really deal with it, you know, through my vibes. But you know, I get to really start to create a different music, because still in the music today, I still hear something lacking.
In reggae?
In the reggae, you know, because to all even you like Steely and Cleve have it. You know,
Sly and Robbie.
You know, like in this earth of ice life, that a man only can do what he can do. You know? So if him can, if a man could do more, then we do more. So if I sense a man out there, you know, with a better understanding can do more, you have to do more. But I find I can do a little more, so I put it in, you know, and I still don't go amongst them for do it. I try to, as you see, Jah D do really good things, you know, that I can do a thing, you know.
So
it's really that, you know.
Is that a this vibration from music where you create like reggae de Latino
and all them, yeah, you know, all them tune they create out of these vibes, you know. See. But from Horace and the name them, Sugar Mine and Two Cocks, when them a youth still you know, come through.
You were young them times.
Jacob Miller and I see man like Freddie McGregor. Yeah man. Plenty. Dennis Brown. Plenty of them youth they coming right up. You know? They say we, you know, play for them first at studio. Half pint. Yeah man, plenty of them. Right?
And even today, right?
Even today right now.
Loads of musicians are still coming out right here.
Right here.
You heard of Courtney Melody?
Courtney Melody.
Yeah, right out of here.
You know, named Ducky Simpson.
Ducky Simpson.
Man, that was right
Black
here.
Oro.
Yeah.
Yeah, right here.
Man, right here. The man was to Bobby Melody.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, man.
Yeah, all these games.
Ricka Baka, we have Ricka Baka, the first guitarist.
Bob Marley.
Bob Marley guitarist. Man, they played first reggae tune like when Nanny Goat and Jackie too. Those man is right here too.
Got some spirit here.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, man. You see it right now, well, man, like even Jackie Paris still around us. You know. We sing Run for Your Life, you know, from Sensation.
You know that song?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Run for your life.
Yeah.
Jackie Paris. Yeah, man, those man still around us, you know.
Yeah, they're still here, right here.
You know, but what I want to do for my people and the world of people is to create a music that can make us happy, you know, and loving and nice, you know. Enjoy a good music,
Yeah.
you know.
Break down all the walls.
Food of love, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we want to do it, you know. We have to. Yeah, man, just give us the spirit, you know, and the good vibes. We just say, make a music for your people, you know. So we just do that. You see, all our music is dedicated to people, you know, not to pleasure. See, to people, to help them in their work, and, you know. Like,
Yeah, no, I was listening to your music yesterday.
Yeah.
It was really universal, you know. It's a
See,
feeling every man
yeah.
must love if he's healthy.
See, that therapeutic nature.
Yeah.
Man.
Yes, people. And you know, say, my father now, Dennis Fearon, them have 8 away. You understand? And my father is not like, you know, like enough of the father them say neglect them kids and them so. No. My father make a lot of sacrifice. You understand? For be there for him family. Cause my father used to tour with Culture and Ras Michael and the Sons and Negus and Meditation and a lot of groups out there, you understand, all over the world, very busy. And my father decides, you know what, he nah leave Jamaica anymore and leave him youth them and, you know, go out them and just try to, what do you call it, survive in Jamaica and take care of family. My father tear up him passport, tear up that. Up to this day my father never have a passport. Up to this day, I help we get him to take out a passport. I know him want identification. I know him not do it. So my father make great sacrifice to keep him family together and dead for him youth. And there's one story about my father where always stand out to me, and it make me love my father on a whole different level. Cause it's something I see when we're there country, like in the 80s when Grandspin, cause grandson we come from, and Grandspin around hot and people are dead and enough gunshot and them thing, and my father tell my mother say, yo, take care of the youth them go to country, and you know we have a more balanced environment right now cause Grandspin around hot, place rough, people are dead and all type of stuff. I remember me there country, and one evening I see my father come with a box of food on him head, and in a country, and like nowadays there's so much transport around, just 3 bus, Beverly or Doreen or one next bus, you understand? If you miss the bus there, that's it, you have to know say you have to go walk, and I know say my father walk probably one good 9 miles for come with there. And when I see my father in the evening, the man wet from head to foot, like him there walking in the rain. How far I walk with a box of food for him family. And I see that as a little youth, and I never ever forget that. Never ever, that is something sticking in my mind forever when it comes to my father. When I see my father make that trad there, and how him really put out for be here for him family. I have to give him respect. And I wish a lot of fathers that take, you know, even a little page out of him book for set certain example for them youth and for be there for them youth same way. And I feel say I emulate my father a lot same way, because I try to follow him. The man for 8 youth, we make sure we get 8 too. You understand that? We try, you know, emulate him as much as we can, because him set a good example and we can see how things work out, you know. Yeah, because even the youth, them and all of them are going to be with you, and all of them are going to be around you, and all of them are going to support you. You know, so sometimes you not to know how they're going to end up at the end of the day. But you have to bring the youth them to come. Father say must be fruitful and multiply. if you can take care of them, you know, care of the youth them, build up your little team and build up yourself, you know. Yeah man.
I always say still, you know, I never love to talk Rasta, you know, because, you know, Rasta is not talk, it's a liberty, you know. It's not a talk, you know, but it's just a liberty. Because even the Bible can show that from long time, say, man was living so, and then chastisement is so, and the Father said, if you change your ways, you will get that reward, and so it's no different at time from now. Once man, you know. But in this time now, we know so well it's Rastafari through time, you know. God is Majesty, is the man who really represents us as our King, and I'm sure it's like Rain said, all the philosophies should come together and we can say, well, put His Majesty philosophy in front, we know so we're right, we all go right, you know. So we want to maintain that, you know, but it hide from us a whole lot of the literature and everything. You know, that we should history read, we don't even gather them, you know. So all we gather is through faith and understanding and love of each other through one man really just get little sound, say love each other and one love and, you know, those are little sound we live by, you know. So even in this time, Rastaman, all we have to do as Rastaman is just live good with everyone, because that is Rastafari. You see, to live good with everyone. You see it and try to understand, because we know people test people, they test his people, you know. And no matter what go, I want me like you and the next one, me hate you. Right? But you can't hate. What would you be if you were hate? I'll go and hate you. You will be a lover.
Yeah.
You see, so you have to love everyone, you know, and know so well that one day you have to forgive him or understand, say him no learn or she no learn, you know. So one day they will go around and come around and fall to them walla, because it's how it go in life, you know. Yeah man, everybody have to feel it to learn, some know, some look and learn, you know, some know it, you know. So Rastafari is not for talk, I have to live, you know. I just believe him because our Majesty said cast a new translation of the Bible to me that the young and the old can understand, you know. And there's so much things, and the bigotry and prejudice and human self-interest have been replaced by understanding and tolerance and goodwill. Then Jah will step in and help us more. Rastafari! People them call it red eye, you know. He just love other people things, you know. You see, but if you check him out when he steal a man thing, sometimes he just sell it for a small money. So it's not to say that he want a lot of money for it, and the thing may value even $1,000 and him sell it for $100. You see, so in this thing, we the poor people, right, don't steal. We try to don't steal because the Bible says thou shalt not steal. That is one of our policies in life. So we share, you know. But sometimes I really don't know, you know, what really happening, you see, to our people, you know, why them have to do certain things. We have to just live with it, you know, and save yourself, you see, because you look how things are happening in the world and not happening to you, you know, you see, at the present moment, you see. But if it was there, you would say, well, why it still would not happen to you, but your eyes would see. You know, you see, so a lot of things happening in the world that we can't do nothing about, but we have to just try and don't make certain things happen to us. You know, system, right? Urban the system. It's like, it's a business, right? Because as I was saying, the soldier and the police. One use one for war, one use one for the oppression of the people. So when the police do, if them could free herb, the police don't have to work much because we don't steal. You see, and it's only things like herb them would come catch us with, you know, and find so we have our offense, you know. So if them free us, if them free the herb around us, we free. We are free people because we don't have to steal, we don't have to tell no lie, we don't have to, you know, commit no crime. You see, so we are free people, so police would not have no work. You see, so you find say herb is just, this is the last oppression I see amongst the black man.
Have you heard about the shootings in Kingston that they killed 2-3 people?
Yeah.
Last night.
Last night, yeah.
You heard about that? What happened?
I was reading about Jerusalem, the active war, you know, And sometimes when I look on my TV and I say, wow, is that Jerusalem? You know, I can't believe it's that Jerusalem that I read of. People flinging stone after each other. You see guns that shoot stone. You know, it can't be the happy home, you know. So I look on everything and I say, well, look, where we living is more happy home than Jerusalem.
Oh,
you see?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, you see? Because we try to live and drink some water and eat a piece of bread, you know.
Sunny side.
Yeah. A life of satisfaction. You know? Rich life and poor life, good life. You know, if the rich man live in a good life, he live in a good rich life. So the poor man must live a good poor life.
That's what the white man wants to do with technology.
Yeah.
Make life like this, you know, no up, no down anymore. Stereo. Dead.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So you have to learn to see
you have to have a challenge, you know? Yeah, man.
We ain't no challenge, man. We ain't have no dream.
You told me last night you never studied any music, right? But just with your heart, you don't know how to write notes and those unimportant things. And I love to hear that because I try to do the same thing, you know, based on feeling and on heart and on whatever it is, if it's a picture or anything man can experience in senses, you know.
That is good, you know, because as I say, you know, I really don't read, I don't write. I just play music through inspiration, you know. You see, I don't practice.
But you did some incredible things like that, those classical parts and chansons and reggae chansons. So I was wondering how you can do that without.
As you know, as I say, I often live the life of love and understanding because it's my people around me have kept me within a vibes, and also I have to save myself that I will be able to do the things that I want to do, you know. So it's just a natural understanding. You have to live with a natural understanding that you can be filled by the spirit of creativity, you know. The creative spirit, because it's just sometimes you have to live like God himself when you take the test, pass it, you know. You see, so I don't know, I just do things through the will, you know. That's a big job.
Let me tell you, I'm in big cities and in Europe, all over Europe. But today I wrote postcards home to friends, and suddenly I suddenly knew that I have met some real artists, you know. Some, not artists because they are promoted, or artists because they know all famous people. It's really something that's in you and in your work that's special.
Because even when I was learning trade, you see, there was a piano that all the jazzists and the keyboard players them come and play it, you know. And I always stand and watch them, you know. And I said, well, I don't want to play like none of them because they all sound alike to me, you know. You see. So I always try to say, well, I want to do something different, you know. So I just learned my keyboard through, I approach like a drum, you know, African drum, you see. So I just approach my keyboard as if you get a bongo drum and you know, say, you have to just knock it, boom, boom. So that's the way I just, you know, approach my piano with a drumming nature, you know. But all the classical moods and so on, I don't have no control over them.
No. Did you listen to a lot of classic music?
No, I don't listen to radio and things. You know, I just listen to the news sometimes or the talk shows, you know.
So people, you know, thank you for watching another episode of Dia Warrior Music History. And you don't know, please like and subscribe and share, same way, and big up the thing, you understand? They are putting in work, you know. If you don't see a video sometime, we are trying to get the thing on a certain level. We're not trying to rush it and just put out video. We are trying to do it right, you know. Make people can, you know, and not rush thing. Because we don't do things for rush. You understand? People, enough of the things them are cut people attention span because they don't say watch this quick thing. Some of the time we have to just relax and take a little time and, you know, broaden my attention span and check out some things and learn some new things the same way. Yeah, man. So people they don't know Blessed, Dire Warrior, music history, 9, you understand? Out.
Jamaica Diamond, beautiful to hear, you know. Music where I come out of some high inspiration. As you are saying, you cannot think right, you can't get the right thing, you know. You see, so just do right. Yeah. And we are really reason and die about the tune as a by there. The whole album, yeah, and we have named the album so too, you know. Diamond Tough, yeah. Some instrumental and tough listen to, you know, good listen to. Yeah, man. Nation. Coming out as a mind. Yeah, I really think couldn't think about people do this and get this out. No. I will keep your mind still on the other side, you're pure. Yeah, pure, you know. That Jamaica Diamond can come cut the way. True. You know, clean up the sound, you know. That ever Diamond come. Edge there, you know, chop through. You know, work the ears of life people. You know.
We're not again.
Work the ears of life people.
Yeah, the same thing about Jamaica